What's going on, guys? In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make Mexican hot dogs. This is a really simple thing that my dad showed me how to cook at a very young age, and it kind of speaks for itself. It's hot dogs. So just kind of bear with me throughout the video. This is my first time ever making a YouTube video of me cooking. I have done it before in the past. I did it on TikTok for a little bit. I gained about 1,500 followers on there within a month, but some stuff came up, I had to deal with life and things like that, and didn't really have time for it. But recently I developed a schedule that allows me to properly make these videos the way that I want them. I want them to be super nice. I want you guys to be with me every step of the way, for my failures and for my successes. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it. Right before, you saw me cutting a large purple onion, and now you are watching me cut a bunch of cilantro. That's an actual culinary term, is a bunch. It's pretty much weighed out to a certain amount, and that is also converted to the term bunch. So grab one bunch of cilantro. You're gonna throw it all together with your purple onion that we just diced up. Just get every little piece. I try to stay very clean throughout the videos, that way I don't have to clean so much towards the end. It definitely makes the process a lot easier. We're gonna go ahead and cut a lime, squeeze it, and make sure you try to take most of the seeds out. You don't want that in your pico de gallo, because that's not a very pleasant taste to bite into. It's just very gross, very bitter. You don't want it. You just don't. And right now you saw me put 3 pinches of salt, and I am putting about a tablespoon of oil, olive oil that is. You're gonna want to mix it up. It kind of helps neutralize a lot of the acid from the lemon. It makes it become a better mouthfeel, more pleasant for you, not too strong with the lime juice. These are tomatillos. They almost look like unripe green tomatoes, except tomatillos are wrapped in a dry paper corn-like husk. I like to wash them and make sure there's no dirt in between the husk and the actual tomato itself. That way everything is clean and you don't get any crunchy bites in your salsa. Tomatillos have always been one of my favorite things to cook in Mexican cuisine, just because I grew up a lot with it around the house. My mom would always make puerco with tomatillo salsa, carne con chile, things like that, and it's a very versatile vegetable. So now we're gonna go ahead and kind of darken these vegetables a little bit. You see me adding in some serrano peppers, some tomatillos. We're gonna make sure to give them a really good color. The color is going to help with the salsa itself, so keep that in mind. You don't want to take it off too early. You want to make sure if it has a little bit of black on it, that's totally fine. I usually prefer to put these on an open flame, burn them all on the outside a little bit, and then bring them in, clean them off a little bit, and then put them in the blender and blend everything up. But I made this video super late at night, so as you can see, we're going to go ahead and transfer this in to the blender once we've gotten our desired color to our tomatoes. We're also going to add in a avocado just to help with the creaminess and the texture. Also, it just makes it taste a lot better. And sadly enough, I am very allergic to avocado, so I can't even eat it. I'm okay to touch it, but it has something to do with like a light latex allergic reaction. So in case you didn't know, avocados, bananas, and things like jackfruit are all in the same latex family, and people who are allergic to actual latex will react to it. So just a little fun fact. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and add in that lime juice that we said we were gonna add in earlier. And we're also going to put in our seasoning and stuff in here as well. Seasoning is very important in Mexican cuisine. There's a lot of depth, there's a lot of spice. It's very important. I have a whole drawer dedicated just for spices. and this is my drawer. There's plenty of different things in here, but I'm pretty much set on that. People always make jokes about it. Okay, now we're gonna make sure to add in 2 teaspoons of salt. You want to make sure to level the salt out, especially if you're using iodine salt, because it's a lot finer than kosher salt. Kosher salts are going to be your bigger flakes. I just added a teaspoon of cumin, and I am adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil. The olive oil is going to help with the creaming. At this point, I was trying to figure out why I wasn't able to get my blender on, and the first factor was it wasn't even plugged in. So I went ahead and plugged it in, and then it still wasn't turning on. Then I figured out I didn't even press the button to turn it on. So anyways, enough of that confusion. We're gonna go ahead and blend this up until everything is well incorporated. You don't want chunks of it or anything like that. I also forgot to mention the tablespoon of sour cream that I added in here. You want to make sure to go ahead and add that before you blend everything together. You want everything to blend in all together all at once. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take it off of the machine and look at it and make sure that it is the desired texture that you are going for. And this is what I'm wanting exactly. So now we are going to go ahead and saute some bacon. We want to try to render out as much fat as possible. You don't want any excess grease getting onto your bread or anything when we start to assemble the hot dogs. It's not a pleasant feel to the mouth when you bite a cold piece of grease. So now we're getting close to the texture, to the color that we want for our bacon. We're gonna go ahead and put it in a bowl with some napkins to kind of suck up the excess grease. It's gonna help out just enough to dry up everything. Now in the same pan, we're gonna go ahead and cook our hot dogs. You can't see it right now, but I did little slits on the hot dogs. It helps warm up the hot dogs a little bit faster, and not only that, it just kind of makes it look cool. You know, it's add a little nice touch to it. Nothing wrong with that. Now they're starting to look really, really good. We're gonna go ahead and get our bun. I kind of skipped a little bit just because there was a little bit of a mess, but y'all guys don't need to know that. It's fine. We got our salsa, our hot dog, and our crispy bacon on top. And we're gonna go ahead and add our pico de gallo. You know, this is our final touch to it. And we're gonna put the other bun on it. And let me tell you guys, this is a very, very, very cheap meal to make, but it's also a very tasty one. So all in all, Dad, what did you think about the recreation of this meal that you showed me to make?
I think it was delicious. I loved the salsa. It was nice and creamy, zesty, but not spicy. You know, I can't handle spicy, but it was really good. I'm just getting my mouth all watery right now.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that, Dad. Thanks for being in the end of my video. I'm glad that you're always there to kind of taste everything.